Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rinks in Hauppauge here on the LI Sports Network. Middle Country freshmen taking on KPC freshman Black in the first of two matchups on the North Rinks today. KPC playing the second half of a back-to-back, and unfortunately for them, they lost their starting goaltender yesterday. So in net finds Jared Waterman, a skater playing goalie, stepping up to the call of his team and hoping to put out some good production for the Knights as they look to win this game against Middle Country, get their sixth of the year. Middle Country, on the other hand, 7-9, looking for their eighth overall win. Jack LaSala getting the start in net for the Cougars. As the puck cycled around by KPC. Chase looking for a one-timer. LaSala made the stop off the right leg, and it's pitched out of the zone and down the rink. Should go for an icing and will take our first stoppage here on the LI Sports Network. Taken back the other way, and Waterman will make the first stop of the night for KPC. Gets a nice eruption from his bench. The Knights coming off of a loss, 11-2 to East Islip, who are still unbeaten on the year. For Middle Country, they have a little bit of wind in their sails with a nice 13-2 victory against West Islip. So both these teams playing at least one of the ice slips in their most recent match. Pass ricochets high in the slot and does come out of the zone. Back for it is Ryan Schwartz, younger brother of Kevin Schwartz and also brother of Joe Schwartz. Speaking of Joe, in the right wing corner with the puck, trying to pass it over to Allstat, who's in front of the net and leads his team in goals and points this year, does Brody Allstat. Brody and Derek Johnson of Middle Country in a good race, so you can finish higher in goals by the end of the season. Right now, Derek Johnson leading that category, 19-15 against Allstat, but maybe he could tack one on here. Instead, the shot was taken and above the crossbar. Brody never got the pass over. Puck dumped down the ice. Rivera, she'll break across the blue line, looking to dish. Challenged by Picard. Picard, excuse me. As 3 minutes are gone by here in the first period. KPC trying to fiddle it out on the near boards. Retained at the blue line for a second. Now Cohen will sweep it out. Spiked off his stick and over to the middle of the rink. Middle Country load back up, trying to get shots on net. As that shot will be saved by LaSala. Covers up as well and will take the whistle. Here comes Johnson, dicing it up. Johnson in front of the net. Shot save made by Waterman. shutting down the most dangerous player on the other team and getting some love from his defenseman, Johnson. Probably feeling like he was robbed. Johnson on the face-off now. Will win it out. Waterman another kicker save off the right leg. He's pretty good at this. Centering feed. Quick shot. They score! Another rush, top right corner and in. Middle Country will level it up just like that. Trance the rush for Schwartz. Has it on his forehand, sending it at LaSala. He'll snatch it out of the air with the glove. Forcing a pause with 10:08 left on the clock. Another rush for Middle Country. Get it into the corner, hard-working puck battle. Comes up to the near point and out. Schwartz trying to rip it away, held by Giametti. Country send it out on the far side. KPC on the breakout. Schwartz has it. Whipped it ahead to the blue line. Touched by Cohen. One tap pass off to get it over to Allstat. Brody Allstat to the middle now. Shot down low. Looking for his rebound. Turn around and it was blocked off the skate blade of Giametti. Johnson down below his own goal line. Couple of crossovers. Breaks ahead past the blue. Johnson looking to level out now. Fancy little spin. Into the left wing corner. Johnson centering feed. The shot was shoveled wide. Johnson holding the zone again, dishing it off. One more pass available. Shot save made by Waterman again. Cohen carrying this one ahead. Spins. Cohen at the goal line, trying to dish on the backhand. Blocked up. Middle Country take it back. cone. Good hit down low. Half the first period gone by, 1-1 the score. Both goals coming a little bit ago, and they were both very close together. Johnson, plenty of room. Cuts back to his forehand, feeds it cross ring. Quick shot, Waterman got it off his mask. Back into the offensive end. Dropped off for a one-timer. Doesn't get to the crease. Rushed the other way. 5-hole was saved by LaSala. Long shot from Tucci. Marchese there for the rebounds. Goes through the legs. Marchese up to the blue line. Sauces a pass over the opposite side of the rink. Snapshot towards the top crease. Skinner whacks at it. It's pried free and then recovered by Middle Country. And we'll get a whistle. Helmet fell off for LaSalle, so we'll get a safety whistle because of it. 1-1 the score. 6:04 to play in the first period. Tucci drives the goal line, trying to send it out in front, rimmed around the boards. It's now with Skinner. Skinner at the blue line, poked away. This could be dangerous. Numbers for Middle Country. 2-on-1 down low. Pass comes across. Backhand shot. It's wide of the net. Waterman got over to the left side of the post in order to cut off the angle. Schwartz, a good hit from behind, but it's still held in. Shot on Waterman, looking for the rebound, dives on top. Shot from the top of the right circle. Parried down low by Waterman. Ryan Schwartz going after it, trying to knock it up the boards and out. Comes for a one-timer, directed back at the net. Glove save for Waterman. Allstat, good hit on Johnson. Still rattles into the zone. Owen Hill couldn't do much with it. Allstat takes it back up the ice across for Joe Schwartz and interrupted. Card to Schwartz again. Four minutes remaining here in the first period. No goals since the 10:20 mark. Johnson at his goal line takes a step left, met by another man who will blow by him. Here comes Johnson racing up the ice. Dicing across the blue and called offsides. Sallet turns up, skims it around, right back to him. Bank pass off the glass. Mezzasalmo will hold it in. Tried to walk off towards the high slot, held alive by Picard. Opportunity, Waterman, one save, rebound, right in front, they score. Skinner down low, trying to dish. Got bottled up, the puck bouncing out towards Schwartz. Opportunity for a 2-on-1, good back check for KPC. Schwartz settles it down, swivels by one. Schwartz on the backhand, looking for Skinner. Extends behind him, then passes it back over to Schwartz. Carbot plucks it off the wall, has a defensive option if he needs it. Hounded, and he'll turn over the puck. Under 2 to play in the first period. Trainer, head up ice. Carbot back for Middle Country. Good back check from Carbot. He slows things down for the Cougars. Back for the start of the second period here on the LI Sports Network. 2-1 the score after the first 15 in favor of Middle Country. They have the stronger record coming into this game at 7-9. KPC at 5-9-1. Both teams just trying to go for a late season push. Additionally, if you missed it in the first period, Waterman playing in goal today as KPC are dealing with an injury bug in their goalie room. So Waterman stepping up to the call, and it looks like we'll get the first power play of the day in favor of the Knights. Puck possessed by Middle Country. Potential breakaway coming here. They have a man behind. Conlon trying to get there. Waterman played it, and the centering feed was shut down. Back the other way. Pitched out of the zone. This could be another break. Shot. Not going to go on target. Skinner, high slot, wrists it down low off to the right side. Rebound caroms over to the corner. KPC settle it down, feed it to the far point. One more pass, and now they operate with some space. Picard looking to dish it out towards the middle. Now skated out by Middle Country again. Half the power play left, and that one will fly off target again. KPC not getting any testers on LaSalle just yet. Marchese still wheeling with it. Looked for the blade of Skinner. Glanced off wide. Marchese with it again. Had Mezza-Salma for an opportunity. Instead, he'll skate up to the blue line. Give and go. Marchese collects it off the wall. 22 seconds left. Mezza-Salma on the wrister. LaSalle made the stop. Johnson putting it back into his own defensive zone as his team will kill off the first penalty of the game. KPC will stay down by one, and Johnson now on his horse, cutting towards the middle. He'll score. Quick blast, rebound. One right back for KPC. Allstat, right place, right time. Allstat open for the pass. Instead, it's peppered towards LaSalle. He'll keep it alive. Middle Country now trying to find the clear with 4 minutes gone by here in the second period. Johnson, sharp angle, tester, rebound, popped high into the air and gloved over towards the near boards. LaSalle just barely able to avoid that disaster. Allstat will go to the box now. Chance for the Cougars to take back a 2-goal lead. Turnover at the blue line. Our Chase will skate with it, bringing it in on net and shoveling the shot too high. KPC will take it right back though. Killing off some more time in this penalty, trying to get Brody Allstat back on the ice with the 3-2 game in front of him. Back to Schwartz. Try to send it as far as possible. Big kicker save for Waterman. Off to the far half wall. Feed over to LaSalle. Twists it around and got it on net. Waterman made another stop and his team got that puck. Marchese with it again. Trying to wrap around Johnson. Speared off his stick. Got back to it. Jack Conlon into the corner. 30 seconds left on the power play. Grabbed back by KPC. They'll wrist it the length of the ice. Cut off at the defensive blue line. Our Chase wanted it offsides. Not going to get it. Johnson sidestepping. Weaves left. Johnson forehand shot. Hit a body and ricocheted wide right. That'll do it for the power play. Back to 5-on-5. Still a 1-goal game here on the North Rinks. Johnson off the half wall. Burns past 2. Trying to get open. He'll hand it off on the far boards. Saucer feed. Caliendo, a wrister. He'll score. Half the game gone by now. Looks like we'll restart it from the center of the rink. Clock down to 7 minutes. Trainer, long wrister with a tip in front, fought off by LaSala. Middle Country possessed down low and break it out. Chero, skate to stick, poked loose by Marchese. He'll glide over to the far point, tripped up. Not going to be a penalty. Even KPC thought it was going to be a call, but the referees didn't see it. Weak side rim. KPC going to exit off of it. Card over to Schwartz, pressured by Johnson. Bank pass to Allstat, just try to slap it past the linesman. Still hovering around on the blue line, now spiked in by Middle Country. Schwartz back to retrieve it on the long stretch. Schwartz ahead to his brother. Joe has it. Joe Schwartz with Johnson in front of him. Looking for an angle, feeds it over to Allstat, cut off by LaSala. Puck stays free down below the goal line. Joe Schwartz with it again. In the corner, pressured from behind. Cut off by the other LaSala brother. Schwartz will lift his stick. Now pressured by Johnson. Slides over to the left and Allstat whips it in. Rush back the other way. Johnson, once again flying. Johnson on the forehand was denied by Waterman. So Owen Hill towards the middle. Comes over to LaSala. Knocked down to the ice and KPC take it. Schwartz knocks it in. Allstat after it. Has Ryan off to his left. Allstat kicking it around. Pushed into the boards now. Slides free. Ryan Schwartz finds the free pass to the high slot. Shot taken in a block for Middle Country. Follow-up shot with a tip. That wasn't far away. 4:20 remaining in the second period. Johnson has some momentum already built up. Here's Johnson with it. Shot down low. Waterman made the save and covered it up. Play getting physical down on the end boards. Mezza-Salma had it jockeyed past him. Trainer trying to clear around Colin. Mezza-Salma with it again. Dips off towards the middle, overhandling the puck though. Gets back on it. Mezza-Salma spun around, walks towards the goal line, feeding it towards the middle. A couple wild bounces. Karam's off to the near side. .225 remaining in the second period. Flagged down by Marchese. He has numbers down low if he goes quickly. Looking for the shot. LaSala save. Rebound. Didn't do much. Marchese gets it back in front of the net. Poked away by LaSala. Quick stick and quick reactions. Pass over to the middle. Opportunity. They score! Madison with their 12th goal of the year, 25th overall point. 5-2 lead for Middle Country. Johnson curling. A little shake and bake against Marchese. Now he'll cut over to the middle. His stick tied up. KPC find it. Roll it off to the side. Dump back down low. Ryan Schwartz trying to go up and out. Johnson playing oversight at the blue line. Helped out by Giametti. Comes back to Johnson. Sends a knuckle puck at the goal. Wide off to the right, and it kicks on the end boards. 1 minute to play in the second period. KPC out of the zone now. Mezza-Salma with Trainer. Ricocheted off the boards for Schwartz, now turned over in the neutral zone. Just over 30 seconds remaining in the second period. A commanding 3-goal lead for Middle Country. Puck thrown off the high glass. LaSala will knock it down. Finds himself a little bit of room against Allstat. LaSala still holding on to it. Colin behind him. LaSala now looking for the shot. Wanted it top right corner. Comes in front. Waterman made a save. Allstat trying to burn with speed now. Twisting his man around. Allstat in on net. Put it above the crossbar. And that'll do it for the second period. We'll be right back here on the LI Sports Network. Back for the start of the third period here on the LI Sports Network. A 3-goal lead for Middle Country against KPC as the Cougars look to win their 8th game of the year. Quick rush up the ice. Lando leaves it behind the net. Forecheck now established for Middle Country. They battle for it below the goal line. Rimmed around the boards. Not out just yet. Waterman, another good save. Puck bouncing and it goes in. One minute down in the final period of regulation, and Middle Country already finding another tally. Trying to take a commanding win and get some revenge for October 25th when KPC beat them 9-3. Face-off will be pushed back a zone as it was called offsides. Johnson walks at the blue line. Middle Country now forced back into their own zone. Skinner, lone man on the forecheck. Helped out now, but the puck still carried away. Still time in this third period for KPC to try to mount a comeback. They score 4.9 goals per game. We need to play above that average at this point. I need a couple power plays to help them out. Johnson has it, 4 in front of him. Johnson needs the open pass, plays it to some space, intercepted by Meza-Salma, and he'll throw it across the blue line. Now we'll get a penalty. And we're back after that slight intermission to figure out all the penalties. At the end of the day, we'll stay at even strength, but KPC had one of their two coaches ejected, so they'll only have one coach available now. Taking a look at the penalties. There looks like there's an equipment violation, 10-minute misconduct. Unsportsmanlike conduct, which is also a 10-minute misconduct. And then a 2-minute bench minor. Save will be made there. Now we don't have the middle country penalty in there just yet. So Mezza-Salma will be in the box for 10 minutes. Raitucci will be in the box for 12 minutes. And Derek Johnson will be in the box for 2 minutes. Rush up the ice for middle country. Looking for the shot down low. Caromed off a body and went down low. On the wraparound attempt, Waterman got over in time. Obviously, you hope the game isn't as testy down the stretch. Opportunity to send it in front. The puck loose in the blue paint for a second. Allstat, a safe pair of hands, trying to skate it out himself. Poked off his stick, 2-on-0 down low. Pass towards the front. Waterman got over. Puck rolled over the blue line by Skinner. He'll take it back on a sharp angle, hit it off the outside of the net. Skinner rims it to the weak side. Johnson getting ready to come out of the box. Owen Hill clearing it out, and Mark Chase will go on his skate. Opportunity in front of the net. La Sala got under the skates. Looks like there's going to be a tripping call here. KPC have it. Trainer trying to dump in. He'll stay with it. Trainer wheeling it off to the middle for a shot opportunity. La Sala is saved, looking for the cover up and gets it. KPC on the power play now. 2 minutes for tripping. Penalty will go on Jack LaSala, actually listed now as roughing, but the initial call was tripping. Johnson shorthanded, almost got revenge. Waterman made the stop, and KPC still trying to rally. Trainer, and we'll get another penalty. Off the face-off at a 5-on-3. Middle Country trying to clear it out. Held alive by Schwartz. He'll roll the pass left. Opportunity to break it down. Top left corner and in. That'll be one for KPC. 6-3 game. .146 left in the other penalty for KPC to work with, trying to make this a 2-goal game. Rush in, big rebound. Allstat trying to jab at it, ends up down in the end boards. .120 left on the power play. Our chase looking to Allstat, hit off his stick. Allstat settles it. Trying to turn around the traffic. He'll pinch into the boards. Johnson going over to help out his teammate. Johnson with some space. Beats by his second one as well, and we'll get some more penalties. So we're back to a 5-on-3 after all of that for KPC. And a 5-minute major for fighting has been assessed against Jack LaSala. And he was ejected from the game. Brody Allstat also ejected from the game. Our Chase trying to bring it in. Sends it back up to the blue line with Skinner. Rolled it across to the far side of the boards. Playing in net now is backup goaltender for Middle Country, at least the backup for today, Dominic Graziano. Long shot, Graziano save, rebound, popped into the slot, taken by Johnson. He'll look for his options, knows he has a lot of penalty to kill off. Our first penalty is going to expire against Middle Country, so we'll actually go 4-on-4. Gotta go back to kindergarten. I miscounted the players on the ice. Another shot above the crossbar. KPC change positions at the blue line. Plenty of open ice and 4-on-4. A tip just wide over to the left. 16 seconds left at 4-on-4. Then it'll be a 5-on-4 power play. A 5-minute major for 3 minutes for KPC. Johnson ahead, trying to split a pair. Knifed off his stick. Back the other way for the Knights. Jack Conlon looking to kill off more penalty time. Potential on the breakaway. Here comes Middle Country. Waterman a shot and a save. Our chase on Graziano. He covered up. Another penalty on the ice. So that'll put us back to 4-on-4. And only 25 seconds will be spent at 5-on-4 on the 5-minute major as Waterman is forced to make another stop. LaSala high slot, tees one up, missed it wide right. Under 5 to play in a 3-goal game. KPC had an opportunity off the back of the penalties to make a push, but that's seeming unlikely now. Their bench has been shortened as well, with players sitting in the box and Allstat getting ejected. LaSala head up, dips past 2, now has some room, shot up high, rebound low, opportunity, they score! 1:35 left in the 5-minute major for fighting against LaSalle. KPC get it ahead. Now numbers down low. Shot save made by Graziano. Clock down to 4 minutes. Middle Country just trying to kill off. Brought in by Skinner. Eats that poke check. Skinner now at the goal line. Shot was looking for the top right corner. Schwartz. Shot, they score. Back to a 3-goal game for KPC. Good poke check from Johnson to interrupt the angle. Owen Hill trying to clear it out. Now Hill will have some words. "20 seconds left on the 5-minute major. 3 minutes in the game. Johnson tried to walk his way middle. Bottled up by two different Knights. He'll battle for it on the boards. 5 seconds left. Puck comes out of the pile, given to the open man. Wrist shot saved by Waterman. Rebound comes loose on the right post, and a pile up afterwards. Blast from the high slot with the redirection. Big bounce off the end boards. KPC with bodies in front to block any follow-up. Puck will be sent out of the zone. And that puck will clear out. Zolo across Trainer. Two minutes left. Skinner swiped it free. Here comes Skinner with a little bit of room. Shot too high, rebound, sits on top of the net. Mezzasalma. Point shot got blocked at its source. 90 seconds remain. Not a lot of games remaining for these two teams. For KPC, it's a second loss in 2 days. They have 3 more left against West Islip, St. Anthony's, and Northport Huntington. For Middle Country, they will play Smithtown Hauppauge Blue, Smithtown Hauppauge Red, and then Longwood White to close out their season. like I've been saying, Middle Country on track to pick up their 8th win of the year. For KPC, it will cost them their 10th loss. Johnson on one final rush. He has a lot of speed. Johnson burning, dancing towards the front. Johnson scores! Johnson back onto the puck in the corner, was pinched away, centering feed. Trainer trying to whack it on net. Covered up, and the whistle blows. They'll continue to run the clock, and that'll do it for the game. Final buzzer sounds. Middle Country take the win 8-4 after a couple of ejections on either side. And with that, we'll close out the first broadcast tonight, followed up by Ward Melville versus Northport Huntington here on the LI Sports Network. Thank you so much, and have a great night.